Antonio López de Santa Anna was born on February 21, 1794, in the city of Jalapa, which was part of the Spanish colonial territory in what is now Mexico. Santa Anna came from a family with military connections, which shaped much of his early life. His father was a Creole officer in the Spanish army, and this influence led Santa Anna to follow a military career from a young age. He joined the Spanish army at the age of 16, where he quickly rose through the ranks. His military career would become a central aspect of his life, leading him to power and ultimately to a significant role in shaping Mexico's history. Santa Anna began his military career during the tumultuous period when Mexico was fighting for independence from Spain. Initially, he supported the Spanish crown, fighting against the insurgent forces that sought independence for Mexico. However, as the war continued and political alliances shifted, Santa Anna changed sides. In 1821, when it became clear that Mexico would likely win its independence, Santa Anna shifted his allegiance and joined the forces fighting for independence. This decision helped him secure favor in the newly formed independent government. Mexico achieved its independence in 1821, but the new country faced numerous challenges, including political instability, economic difficulties, and internal divisions. The country's government was often in flux, and different factions vied for control. Santa Anna, who had proven himself as a capable military leader, quickly became involved in Mexico's political life. His early political career was marked by shifting alliances and rapid changes in leadership. He was known for being opportunistic, often changing his political affiliations to suit his personal interests. Santa Anna's rise to national prominence began in 1829, when he took part in a rebellion against the Mexican president Vicente Guerrero. Guerrero had been elected as president, but he faced opposition from conservative factions within the country, who were unhappy with his policies. Santa Anna, who had supported Guerrero's predecessor, agreed to lead a revolt against Guerrero. After a quick victory, Santa Anna assumed control of the presidency, though his first term was short-lived. Despite his initial success, Santa Anna did not enjoy a stable position as the leader of Mexico, and the political situation in the country remained turbulent. Over the next 2 decades, Santa Anna would serve as president of Mexico multiple times, often under different political conditions, and with changing support from various factions. His leadership was characterized by frequent shifts in political ideology. He sometimes identified with liberal ideals, pushing for reforms and the expansion of civil rights, but at other times he sided with conservatives, promoting a strong centralized government and military control. His opportunistic political maneuvering was one of the hallmarks of his career, and his ability to navigate the shifting political landscape kept him in power for much of his life. One of the most significant events in Santa Anna's career came in 1835 when Mexico's northern territory, including the region that would later become the United States state of Texas, began to seek independence. Texas had been part of Mexico since the country gained its independence, but settlers in Texas, many of whom were Americans, were unhappy with Mexican rule. Tensions between the Mexican government and Texan settlers grew, eventually leading to the Texas Revolution in 1835. In 1836, Santa Anna led an army to Texas in an attempt to quash the rebellion and restore Mexican control over the region. His army was large and well-equipped, and he was confident that the rebellion would be swiftly crushed. One of the most famous battles of the Revolution occurred at the Alamo, a former mission in San Antonio. Santa Anna's forces attacked the Alamo, and after a 13-day siege, the Mexican army overcame the Texan defenders. However, the battle at the Alamo became a rallying cry for the Texan forces, and Santa Anna's victory there did not lead to a quick resolution of the conflict. Shortly after the fall of the Alamo, the Texan Army, led by General Sam Houston, launched a surprise attack on Santa Anna's forces at the Battle of San Jacinto. This battle proved to be a decisive defeat for Santa Anna. His army was routed, and Santa Anna was captured. The Texan forces demanded that he sign a treaty recognizing Texas as an independent republic in exchange for his release. Santa Anna reluctantly agreed, but the Mexican government did not accept the terms of the treaty, and the issue of Texas independence remained a point of conflict between Mexico and the newly formed Republic of Texas. The loss of Texas was a blow to Santa Anna's reputation, and he was forced to step down from the presidency for a time. He was exiled to the United States, but his political career was far from over. Santa Anna's return to Mexico in 1839 marked the beginning of a second phase of his leadership. Although he no longer had the same level of support as before, Santa Anna managed to regain the presidency in 1839, 1841, and 1843 through a series of political maneuvers and military actions. Each time he returned to power, Mexico's political instability worsened, and the country's struggles continued. In 1846, Santa Anna's leadership was once again put to the test during the Mexican-American War. The United States had annexed Texas in 1845, and tensions between the two countries had escalated into open conflict. Santa Anna initially took command of Mexico's forces, but he was unable to prevent the United States from advancing into Mexican territory. The war resulted in significant losses for Mexico, including the signing of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848. Under the terms of the treaty, Mexico was forced to cede nearly half of its territory, including what is now California, Arizona, New Mexico, and other southwestern states, to the United States. The defeat in the Mexican-American War was another blow to Santa Anna's political career. He was blamed for the loss, and in the wake of the war, his political power waned even further. After the war, Santa Anna was exiled once again, this time to Cuba, where he lived in relative obscurity. However, he continued to attempt comebacks, trying to regain political power in Mexico. His final attempt to return to Mexico was in the 1850s, but by then, his influence had all but disappeared. Santa Anna spent his last years living in exile. He died on June 21, 1876, in the City of Mexico at the age of 82. Although his death marked the end of his direct influence on Mexican politics, his legacy continues to be a subject of debate and controversy. Some view him as a strong leader who fought to protect Mexican territory, while others see him as a dictator whose repeated power grabs and military failures caused lasting harm to the country. Santa Anna's legacy is a complex one. He played a pivotal role in shaping Mexico's early years as an independent nation, but his career was also marked by political instability, military defeats, and controversy. His actions during the Texas Revolution and the Mexican-American War had a lasting impact on the national boundaries and identity of Mexico. Santa Anna's time as a leader is often seen as a symbol of the challenges faced by Mexico in the 19th century, challenges that included political instability, foreign invasions, and internal divisions. Santa Anna remains one of the most studied and debated figures in Mexican history. His ability to hold power despite numerous setbacks and his central role in key moments of Mexican history make him a fascinating, if flawed, figure. While some admire his political acumen and his resilience, others criticize his dictatorial tendencies and the damage his decisions caused to Mexico's stability. His legacy, like the country he shaped, is both complicated and enduring.